Hello, hello. This is the my artifact episode number 3611. Today's date is September 25, 2025. It's been almost like a morning at 8:41 a.m. Today's weather is a bit cloudy. Yeah, there is no sunlight. Little bit of kind of like a something darkness, but it's not a darkness. It's a kind of like a something that ki Harry Potter color grading. Okay, yeah. Like, have you seen movie named Harry Potter? In the Harry Potter movie, most of the kind of like a scene are in cloudy or kind of like a little bit of something really shoot at evening, little bit of light, but still some sort of presence of shadows. This is what kind of like a somebody the right now situation. Okay, yeah. Because last night is actually rain happened and the sun is not. I haven't really seen since this morning. Entire atmosphere is actually covered by the cloud, so everything looks like a kind of like a something just like a evening at 6:30 p.m. Probably at that time there is a kind of like after the horizon there is a kind of like a mixture between day and night. This is what exactly right now at this morning. Whatever, but it felt really good. Is it felt good? Yeah, it felt like I really like this weather. Like, basically I'm belong to the India, na? Okay, yeah. Like, basically having this weather is a kind of like a something just like a one in like basically it rarely got this kind of like assembly, this environment and weather and things like that, huh? If you are in Europe or US, then you might kind of like a found that this kind of like a weather is kind of like a something very common to you. But for us, for Indian people, like I'm from India, this kind of like a weather is kind of like a so much pleasing because like basically there is a lot of sunlight are here. Okay, so probably getting this kind of like a weather is feel little bit of good things like that. Whatever, the weather is far really good and things like that, so it's a really perfect recipe for recording artifact. So let's go this, let's let's jump it. All right all right let's go to what is the question. Okay, yeah. Question is, what if the universe was infinite in all direction? Oh, okay. Okay, first of all, what exactly is this question and why am I asking this question to myself? Okay, this is what if question. Okay, why am I asking? Am I asking this question to myself is because of what if question is a kind of like a bit really different. It's not really kind of like a generic question that I have to give the answer and things like that. What if kind of like question are a kind of like a simply the answer is not exist. Okay, yeah, and you have to create that particular answer. And this is the beauty of this what if questions, because what if questions are like it's really incredible. It's kind of like a simply force you to think from different point of perspective. And when if you try to think that different point of perspective, you are kind of like a creating that reality from your imagination and things like that. And it felt really good. I just like, I don't know how do I supposed to explain this thing. It's kind of like when I give the answer, sometimes I just don't know, sometimes I just shut up and kind of like my brain is actually talking to the recording artifact. It's just like, I don't know how is this thing. Okay, yeah. It's something that now I just kind of like a talk regarding about this happened, this would happen, this would happen, this would happen, this would happen. Okay, yeah. Also, when I give the answer is also kind of like a the answer, the credibility of the answer depends on how much detailed information that I have regarding about this concept. Okay, yeah. If I don't really have any information regarding about space and things, how do I supposed to give the answer? No, not nothing really at all. So I have some sort of information regarding about this space and infinite space and things like that. Then I might give you some sort of answer. Also, let me remind you a kind of like a disclaimer that the information that I'm trying to tell you is not exactly right, but it's not exactly wrong either too. It's a kind of like a simply my thought process, and it's completely raw. Raw means like unfiltered. There is no kind of like a simply way that it kind of like a filtered this information. Nothing really at all. Whatever the information that I consumed till this moment, I'm kind of like a bluntly present in front of you through this artifact episode. So there is no kind of like a simply right information that I'm trying to tell you. There is no verified information. There is nothing really at all. It's my thought process, what I'm thinking right now regarding about the particular topic, and that's it. Okay. So yeah, should we jump? All right, let's go. So regarding about the question, what if the universe would be infinite? Okay, is it same question? Yeah. What if the universe was infinite in all direction? is universe is actually infinite in all direction. What's the infinite? Infinite means like that doesn't really have any limit. Okay, yeah, simple example, doesn't really have any limit. So is the universe is kind of like a simply infinite or not? Because let me tell you one thing, the whatever the kind of like a simply the technology that we have, we didn't really found any kind of like on the age of the universe, or like nothing really at all. It's bit really kind of like a simply complicated, but not that much complicated, but kind of like a things that na ki. Okay, yeah, let me give you the perspective. Okay, yeah. Perspective might be kind of like a simply very simple example that you might gonna understand. Okay, yeah. We are like imagine we are kind of like a living in this particular. Wait, there is a rain is actually happening. Okay, yeah. Wait. All right. There is a rain is actually happening right now. A small droplets. It kind of like interfering me to recording artifact, and it's kind of like a somebody just. I'm kind of like a facing this rain head on, so it kind of like a somebody interrupt me, but still I might gonna record. It's not really that much, but still it's bother me a little bit. Whatever. Let's just jump right into it. Okay, yeah. So the question is infinite? Sorry, is universe is infinite? Well, probably we don't know that. Okay, yeah, we don't know that. But there is a one thing for sure, and most of the kind of like a scientists are kind of like a thing that key universe is a finite. Like it's not infinite. Like we don't really see in the kind of like edge of the universe and things like that. But people or scientists actually thinks that the universe is not infinite. There is a some certain kind of like a things that we might gonna find a kind. It's like universe is a kind of like a finite. It is kind of like a things that it kind of like end at somewhere. And but we don't really have any kind of like a something like the kind of like a something the information, nothing really at all. We just know. And why we actually think that, why do we actually think that, is because of that ki, okay, let me basically I'm try to telling this thing kind of like a very like a like a like I don't know, a kind of like some reality that might not exist. Okay, or like basically the information that I'm trying to tell you is not and might not right. I don't know. Okay. Uh what I'm trying to tell you is this thing that key um Big Bang happened. Okay, yeah. When the Big Bang happened, the universe was kind of like a something was like basically universe was kind of like a something a very tiny atom or a tiny kind of like a space. When this explosion happened, that explosion kind of like a somebody expand the universe that we are kind of like a living right now. Okay, yeah. So basically what I'm trying to tell you is this thing: if the universe is actually started from something small, then there might be a kind of like a something which is kind of like a somebody that small is actually somewhere at something. Like what I'm trying to tell you is this thing that ki uh, that that ki like basically is this thing that ki like if I collect the millions of drop, I created the ocean, right? So I think that drop might be came from somewhere else, na. Okay, yeah. It is that. It is that, na. So I think that the universe is kind of like a finite at somewhere. Okay. It has some sort of limit that we don't know that. And okay, why do you think like that? Why is this thing? Okay, let me kind of like tell you the size and ratio and things like that. Okay, we are humans. Okay, and we are very small according to the kind of like a scale of universe, because the scale of universe is far beyond our imagination. Like basically how many zero that you put, probably that zero might not exactly right or things like that. By the way, from the today's technology, we actually kind of like assembly observe a universe till now. Okay, microwave cosmic background, we call that CMB. Okay, yeah, CMB. I'm not really sure. Okay, yeah. So because of this technology, we kind of like assembly understand that almost like a, if I put the Earth is in the center, then probably almost like a 45 light year, 45 billion, sorry, 45 billion light year radius. And if we could kind